Hey, hello, hi. Good to see you guys. Today we're gonna watch something completely different. This is kind of near and dear to me in the last couple of weeks, especially. This video is about stress and how it affects us as human beings, as living beings. It's a new video. It's just like 18 hours ago, uploaded by In a Nutshell or Kurz gesagt. And yeah, we're gonna watch this together and see how stress affects us because we all go through a lot of stress every day. Sometimes we know and notice, and sometimes we don't. I I gotta say this real quick. I have an autoimmune disease called ulcerative colitis, and maybe I'm gonna talk more about that on this channel as well. I'm not quite sure. I have an autoimmune disease, and when I'm getting stressed out a lot and I put myself or put stress onto myself, I get symptoms, At the moment, I have symptoms again, which sucks to be discreet because I get like belly aches and I'm not gonna bother you with the details, but I get symptoms and it sucks. And that's why I wanted to watch this video because it kind of like, hits exactly the spot where I'm at right now. I've put myself through a lot of stress in the last couple of months. I hope that I can reduce that. I'm trying to at least, and we're gonna watch this video and see how it is. Let's go and enjoy.
Stress is an ancient superpower.
It's loud, right?
That's slowly killing you. It evolved as one of the most powerful tools for survival, but has turned into a double-edged sword in the modern world.
By the way, if you did not subscribe to this channel, you should definitely do that. Obviously, I will link the video down below again. These guys, they make incredible videos and they research it incredibly well as well. So you should definitely check it out. And yeah, let's go.
Grants your wish to rise to a gnarly challenge or to work harder, but claims a chunk of your life force in return. Unless you learn how to use it right. What is stress? Why is it harmful? And what can you do to escape its consequences?
Yeah, I would love to know that.
All living things strive for homeostasis, a state where their body is in balance. To maintain this balance, they make adjustments like moving into the sunlight or eating nutrients.
Yeah. And sometimes I feel like personally that I have this like early to mid warning system in my body when I go through a lot of stress. I just get these like physical symptoms, where I seriously get issues and my body tells me, holy shit, you're either eating wrong or you're going through like some stressful period right now. You should definitely calm the fuck down and change something because otherwise things will get worse for you. So I'm kind of also grateful for that, I guess, because other people don't have that. They just like burn themselves out or whatever and get like serious mental issues, which I also get, but to a certain degree, these physical symptoms, they come in before the burnout hits too hard, I guess. Yeah. So this is kind of like a warning system for me.
The world is a cruel place with death lurking behind every corner, and organisms need a way to react to extreme situations. This is how stress evolved, as a physical response to a stressor, which is anything challenging or dangerous. Stress is a very fast, drastic change of the state of the body that prioritizes survival. An emergency program that lets the organism push way out of its comfort zone to survive. To understand how stress works in humans, let's visit a scene 50,000 years ago. The superpower awakens. A group of early Homo sapiens are huddled around a fire when suddenly a desperate and starving saber-toothed tiger attacks their camp. Their leader, the bear smasher,
look at these muscles. What a good-looking man. Oh.
Jumps up as time slows down. His brain classifies the tiger as a critical stressor and unleashes the stress response. Adrenal glands pump out adrenaline that rushes through body, activating fight or flight mode. His heart starts beating faster and his lungs accelerate, providing an emergency supply of nutrients and oxygen to all critical systems. Adrenaline dictates that his muscles have energy priority over his other organs and activates them for rapid action. Their strength and speed are ramped up. Pain and fatigue signals are muted while his senses become super sharp and lock in on the threat.
Cool.
Perceives every detail with maximum clarity and realizes the tiger is getting ready to pounce. There's only a split second to react. Adrenaline forces to make a quick, impulsive decision. Without thinking about it, he chooses to fight and attacks with full force. But the battle is long and arduous. The animal is desperate and will not back down. Our humans risk exhaustion. A new hormone joins the battle, cortisol. Cortisol is the slower, more strategic hormone that manages a longer stress response. It orders a total shift.
Which you, by the way, take when I have like a flare-up on my autoimmune disease. Cortisol can help to like tone like that flare-up down again. I don't know why that is actually. I don't know like the chemistry behind it, but it's kind of cool that it works. But you can't take it all the time because it also has like negative benefits, of course, with side effects and bullshit.
Of all body systems, ramping up the fuel supply while suppressing all non-essential functions like resting, disease defense, or digestion. Or's body isn't his own anymore, it belongs to stress. Finally, Or the Bear Smasher deals the killing blow. The tribe gathers in celebration. Their bodies shut down fight or flight and activate rest and digest. Wounds begin to hurt and muscles cry in exhaustion. It's time to recover and heal, bond and tell stories about how they killed the angry tiger god. Some fall asleep, others eat to replenish. The tribe relaxes and homeostasis is being restored. These people are your ancestors.
Yeah.
When did this amazing superpower turn into a curse? The deadly email. Our world has changed so quickly and profoundly that our biology couldn't keep up. Stress is still the same it was 50,000 years ago. Sense a stressor, react immediately and with full force, prioritize present moment survival, make sacrifices if necessary. That works well when you have to jump out of the way of a car, but most stressors we encounter nowadays are abstract, acute, and more numerous.
Yeah, and they are around us every single day, all day long, right? And that's probably why we never get out of this fight and flight mode. And I think that also is the reason why we have these civilization diseases, right? Like the autoimmune diseases. I don't know if you guys know this, but when you get out of like the Western world, you get like way less cases of what I have. I don't know if it's due to the fact that we just diagnostically are able to just, you know, figure it out and find out that this is kind of like a thing way faster than other than maybe like different parts of the world. But I feel like this is definitely something that we got due to the way we evolved and how our society has shaped to be, you know? The way we eat, the way we like go about our days, all of this and that constant stress happens to, you know, trigger these kind of diseases. And it's more and more, obviously. The number is going up, you know? Like, we'll have to figure out, like, a cure or a vaccine or whatever it is to combat that, because obviously it's gonna get worse over the years, over the decades. This is one of the things that we don't, like, feel yet that much. I think in Germany, it's like, I don't know how many cases, 200, 300,000. Let it be 1 million cases in Germany, but it's not that many. Which is not enough to really put like serious like effort and science and research into it. There is, but it's not enough yet to like figure out a cure, vaccine, whatever, you know.
Often intangible, persist for much longer, and usually don't even require physical action. The tigers of the past are now angry emails, deadlines, online dating, rush hour traffic, or doom scrolling the news and social media. But our brains are built to take fear very seriously. So if you experience even a short burst of anxiety over an email, or because you scrolled through Twitter, the helping hand of stress springs to action. You can have dozens of these micro-stressors per day, constantly activating your stress response, even if you barely notice anymore. While these micro threats stack up, we also have to deal with bigger stressors like unpaid overtime, angry clients, rising rents, inflation and healthcare, or tariffs and chaos make
Dude, this shit really gets to me because this is exactly what happens to my body all the time, you know? I just feel it more than you guys do, or most of you guys do. I hope that you live like a very healthy life, of course, and that you don't feel it like I do feel it. But when I go through these periods over not a week or a couple of days or whatever, but over like a month or two or even 3, then I really fucking feel this. I feel it physically, you know, in my intestine down here.
making our future more uncertain. But the boost we get from stress can also be extremely helpful if you have to study for an exam, run a marathon, or complete a big project. It's a proper superpower and can feel exhilarating, even addictive. So many of us end up abusing it. Especially if you work in a competitive field, you may keep pushing and challenging yourselves and others, relying on stress to get your best performance possible. The problem is that stress was only ever intended to be used in short spurts and critical situations. If it's activated over days, weeks, and months with no release, it becomes chronic stress, one of the deadliest conditions for humans. How chronic stress destroys you. The price of chronic stress is the slow
And that's what I had over the last couple of months. I don't know who of you watches my stream. I talked about this yesterday on stream as well. I've been going through a very intense period of stress in the last couple of months. It has been rough, and I have been having symptoms again, you know, and I now have to make adjustments to my life, which I will do long term, because it's just there is just no way that I can sustain this without getting like serious problems again, and maybe even end up in hospital again or whatever, you know. So I gotta take care, and I gotta slow down the way I live a little bit, and hopefully still, you know, create the content you guys want to see on this channel or on the others as well.
Destruction of every part of your body and brain. As the stress cascade is activated over and over, adrenaline and cortisol keep flooding your body. Your fight or flight systems are overactivated while your rest and digest functions are constantly suppressed. Your muscles tense up for a fight that never comes. Instead, your back, shoulders and neck scream under the tension and you get pounding headaches. Your digestive tract cramps and suffers, either holding things in too long or rushing things out. Your fat metabolism is disrupted and starts slowing down fat breakdown, while increasing fat buildup in your belly area. Your cells become less responsive to insulin, increasing your risk of metabolic diseases. Your heart keeps pounding, eager to supply your body with fuel, but your blood vessels aren't built for this constant overactivation and get destroyed in the process, massively increasing your risk of a heart attack or stroke. Your immune system gets weaker and stronger at the same time, in a way that causes maximum damage to you. The parts that protect you from disease are suppressed because who cares about a cold if you have to fight a tiger? This increases your risk of infections, cancer, and autoimmune diseases. Meanwhile, cells that cause inflammation for wound healing are massively boosted, inflaming your tissue all over. Your brain gets rewired to serve stress.
It's crazy, right? What it does to us. Like all of these things combined together just because we are stressed out. And I don't know. Maybe I am. Maybe I sound too dramatic, but we have to, as a whole, as a society, we have to change that somehow. You know, that we do not live in this like constant competitive environment any longer. Obviously, in the space I work is really competitive, but you gotta like find a way for yourself to, you know, to not be that mentally stressed out all the time. That goes out to all streamers and goes out to all content creators out there. I know what you're going through, especially if you're not at the top, of course. And even if you're at the top, you have to find a way to not constantly be, you know, stressed the fuck out. It's incredibly important. We gotta take care of ourselves. We have only this one life. Don't get sick, and be careful. I know what it means to be sick, and so do many other people as well. And I'm not talking about a cold here. I'm talking about like serious shit, right? So take care of yourselves. and think long term. Okay.
Leaving an
Sorry.
ongoing critical emergency, it slows down calm reflection and thinking, instead favoring quick and rapid reactions. You literally get worse at thinking clearly and lose wisdom points. You're much more likely to make bad, impulsive decisions like breaking up, eating junk food, or using drugs. You become worse at solving your problems while creating new ones. Under chronic stress, you're simply a worse version of yourself. If this persists, your memory and cognitive abilities get worse as you slide into anxiety and depression. So your chances of getting out of a stressful situation in the modern world worsen the longer you're chronically stressed. A hellish, vicious circle. If you can't escape it, odds are that you may die earlier and suffer greatly along the way. How to use stress as intended. Stress can be your friend. In measured doses, acute stress enables you to conquer mountains and push beyond your comfort zone, helps you to improve your skills and grow as a person.
And this is probably the most important thing, how to use it for yourself, right? Like, how can we just like go through a stressful period and then immediately like relax again and try to, calm ourselves down and like, for example, some of you guys, I assume, meditate. I tried it as well for a long time. Meditation is nice and it helps, but I never really could do it long term. I did it over months sometimes, and it also does help, but I never really figured out a perfect, way of meditating that really fit me well and that I really wanted to do every day. It felt always like a chore a little bit than anything else.
And it can make it feel amazing to perform at your very best. But to get the good without the bad, it's critical that you properly wind down your fight or flight response and relax. Listen to your body. If you feel stressed, you are stressed, full stop. There's no universal threshold you have to reach before you're allowed to do something about it. Next, ask yourself, is your stress response productive in your situation, and is there an end in sight? If you're studying for exams or moving house, stress is a superpower, helping you unlock your full potential. But your health needs breaks from fight or flight mode, be it meeting friends, working out, or going.
And this is the reason why I will take every Saturday off now. For the first time in 7 years, I have brought myself to the point where I will take one day off every single week. I haven't done this in 7 years now. I have been going through this like vicious circle of gaslighting myself into thinking, oh, you got to perform every single day for, the entire day or whatever. And maybe I'm even going to do less of these reaction videos, whenever I feel like it at the moment, because, what the fuck? I can't just, I'm not going to pressure myself into anything right now, because I feel like I have to treat myself a little bit, Thanks for watching, by the way.
For a walk in nature. Relaxation is not being lazy. This is serious self-care. If you relax actively and regularly, you'll keep stress from claiming a price on your body and mind and still be able to use its power. If you can't do this at the moment, plan active relaxation time as soon as you can, without this stressing you out. Okay, but what if you suffer from constant unhelpful stress? You can't control your body's stress response, but you can influence it. As annoying as this is, mindfulness, like meditation or yoga, is scientifically proven to take the edge off stressful situations and to tell your brain that this email is not a deadly tiger. But the single most effective way to remove stress from your life is to remove the stressor itself. Become your own personal assistant and assess where tiny bursts of stress are coming from during your day. Do you feel stressed when you doom scroll? Social media doesn't show us what we want, but what makes us engage.
This is also something I'm gonna do less in the next couple of weeks. You guys know me, I'm like a political person. I at least want to know what's going on in the world outside. But every time I feel like I feel right now, I need to stop doing that, or at least like calm myself down by doing it less. So I will be less on, for example, X, and just scroll through X, because there's only bad news and hatred there, and it doesn't benefit me in any shape or form if I scroll through this platform. I will be on it maybe a couple of times a week, but I won't be on there every day anymore or whatever, and try to, like, you know, read through some psychotic posts or whatever, because it just makes me miserable.
And negative emotions make us engage the most. So simply getting rid of the apps or unfollowing stressful people can actually remove a lot of stress from your life. Especially with the really big problems, removing the stressor is extremely effective. If you live in a dangerous neighborhood, move. If you're bullied at school, see if you can change your environment. While this is drastic advice and may not be easy, it will have the biggest impact on your chronic stress levels. So think about what you can change in the midterm. Of course, there are situations where you can't just eliminate the stressor or meditate the chronic stress away. If your brain is stuck in stress mode for too long, it will get worse and worse at solving problems. You may not be able to think clearly to get out of your situation. In these cases, the most powerful move is to ask for help. Open up to friends or family, or get professional help. An extra pair of hands can make a huge difference. In the end,
for example, also shout out to my wife, of course. She always helps me a lot when I go through these kind of periods. She's always there for me, right? She helps me. She takes off the edge oftentimes. She also gives me good advice. So this helps. If you have somebody around you that does that for you, then, you know, this is a great benefit, of course.
And life will throw stresses your way. This is unavoidable. And that's okay. Stress is your superpower. Use it. But never forget to get to the other side of it. If you want to use your stress superpower responsibly, taking care of your health is crucial. But adding this as yet another thing to your ever-growing to-do list can cause even more stress. And where do you even begin? We know exactly how this feels. That's why we created a health journal. We've collected all the latest health science and designed a framework to help you figure out what actually works for your life without pressure or guilt. If you want to reduce stress, start with the rest and mental health chapter.
This is actually nice. I don't have anything like this. I have an app, a meditation app that I use frequently. Maybe I'm gonna start meditating again now. This is kind of nice, you know. How long is this? I don't know, we can watch this
Or
ad
dive
because we watched
into
the video as
nutrition
well.
or physical fitness. Each chapter is packed with real science, lots of examples, and inspiration to get you started. But you can make it completely your own to fit your needs. In the end, you'll have built a custom health mix that works for you. We also made it as beautiful and fun as possible, as taking care of your health should always be. And you're not doing this alone. We'll check in from time to time, and we'd love to hear from you. Share your progress and inspire other burbs on their health journey. After the Gratitude Journal and the Habit Journal, this is the third part in our best-selling journal series. To kickstart your health journey, we've also created some exclusive Health Club merch for you. Wear them as companions to remind you of your goal. Just give yourself 1 month. Try it. See where it takes you.
Nice video. Thank you very much for watching this with me, guys. That was a really good video. It also speaks to me, obviously lately, especially lately, you know. I'll see you later on stream. Thanks for hanging out here on this channel. Make sure to subscribe, you know, if you didn't or don't subscribe, whatever you want. And I'll see you in the next video, okay? Bye-bye. Tschüss, tschüss.